There's a question in the Gemara in the Dorim, why Klal Yisrael went to Egypt? Why was the Golus Mitzrayim, the exile of Egypt? One opinion cited in the Gemara that because Avram Avinu had said, "B'moeda kirusheno," how do I know that my children will inherit the land? He asked for a sign. It was considered at his level a lack of faith. Therefore, we went to Egypt. Another opinion is that after he was the victor and he defeated the four mightiest kings, and the king of Sodom comes to him and says, "Tein li hanefesh v'rechush kach loch," give me the people, and you take all the spoils of war. Avraham Avinu said, "I will not take as much as mechutvat sherochnal, not a thread, not a bootstrap." That's why we went. So because he had the ability to take the people and bring them tachas kanti ashchina, to convert them to monotheism, and he did not do that, so the punishment was that his children will go to Egypt. The third opinion explains that the Torah tells us when he went to war, it says, "Vayorek es chanichov." He had students who studied Torah. Because he interrupted the Torah study and he conscripted them for battle, because of that, that's the reason why Klal Yisrael went to Golus Mitzrayim. These are the three opinions stated in the Gemara. The most known opinion is B'moeda, since he asked. However, according to the opinion that he could have converted them to monotheism, he did not. Therefore, I want to speak about that opinion. We find HaKadosh Baruch Hu comes to Avram Avinu and he says, "Am I can conceal from Avram that I'm going to destroy Sodom?" And he reveals to me he's going to destroy them. Immediately, Avram begins supplicating Hashem, maybe the 50 tzaddikim, are you going to destroy the communities on behalf of the 50 tzaddikim? You should spare them, maybe 45, till he realizes there are no tzaddikim, and therefore they will be destroyed. And during the interaction with Hashem, there was a point, he says, "Anochi ofev efer." He expressed his humility, and there was a question, he may have spoken out of line. Disrespectfully, he was actually presented the case so strongly to Hashem, maybe it may have bordered on a disrespect. Nevertheless, he presented very strongly. I mean, factually, they were the personification of evil. Hashem says, "I have destroyed them." What was Avram's point over here, that he was so strongly opposed to their destruction? The Gemara tells us, "Ibud Rishon Irina," that when you hear that evil were destroyed, this brings song to us, because there's less Chil Hashem in the world. But yet Avram was adamant to save them. Why was he so adamant to save them? Now Avram realized that if they are destroyed, that means the sin of not converting them to monotheism, that remains in place. It can never be corrected. What happens if they're not destroyed? Avram never left a stone unturned, never gave up hope. He feels maybe he could convert them to monotheism. If he converts them to monotheism, so the decree of we going to Egypt, that decree will be annulled. Because if the basis of the decree is only because he did not bring them under the Kanfei Ashchina, so now that he's able to stay the execution, he still has a chance. Maybe he could correct the wrong that he had, the mistake that he had made, the oversight that he had made. Kadosh Baruch Hu says it's hopeless. You cannot correct them; they will be destroyed, because there's not even 10 tzaddikim among the group that, in their merit, they could be spared. As a result of this, Avram accepted the psak, and therefore we went to Egypt.